One of the things you need to get your head around here is the concept of T-SQL. So let's talk about understanding T-SQL here. T-SQL is also known as Transact SQL. You'll also see it T with a hyphen SQL. They're all talking about the same thing. You'll see them in different places, used by different people, all describing exactly the same language. This is one of the many flavors of the SQL programming language that's out there. It is just another version of SQL with some proprietary extensions, and those are the ones that were created by Microsoft and Sybase originally. The whole Microsoft SQL Server family was born out of a relationship, kind of partnership, if you will, to develop a database product that was undertaken by Microsoft and Sybase, and then they kind of went their separate ways, and Microsoft has continued to work on it, and they've developed the Microsoft SQL Server product line. Now, T-SQL is simply standard SQL plus things like declared variables, transaction control, error and exception handling. You'll see some of that stuff in this particular course, and row processing. Now, any application that's communicating with a Microsoft SQL Server product is using T-SQL or Transact SQL statements. What's happening is if you're using some sort of graphical user interface tool, it is simply transferring or building Transact SQL statements out of the little clicks and right clicks and options and so forth that you're choosing and turning them into Transact SQL and executing them. Now here's the good news. 80% of all the T-SQL knowledge that you acquire will apply directly to other SQL versions or other flavors of the SQL programming language. Now, what are the other flavors? Well, the popular ones, I'll give you 2 or 3 here. MySQL, this is a very popular one. It's an open source relational database management system. It's owned by Oracle. It's absolutely open source. You can download it for free. It has a management console called Workbench that you can use to graphically design and work with the database and manage it. Then there's PL/SQL. This is Oracle's extended SQL language that it uses in its Oracle database products, 8i, 9i, all that kind of stuff. I don't know what I they're up to now. But then there's PostgreSQL. This is an open source that's included in many Linux distributions. So you're going to see a lot of different flavors out there. T-SQL or Transact SQL is just another one of those flavors. But again, you could just go grab a book on MySQL. Once you get to the end of this course, just go grab a book on MySQL at your local bookstore, dig through it, and you'll notice you're understanding the vast majority of the code you're seeing. All you really have to learn is maybe those 15 to 20% different ways that they do the syntax on a few things and the different ways they pull off some functionalities. But you're going to see basically the same functionalities, just very slightly different ways to make them happen. But anyway, that's just kind of gets you up to speed on exactly what T-SQL or Transact SQL is all about.